Let's continue, shall we? If I know where he is. I know he's an ugly son of a bitch. So finding this motherfucker can't be difficult. What's down the dark alley? Anyone gonna touch me? No. Damn. I mean, good. Alright. Uh-huh. My health... Oh yeah, that's right, I took a little bit of damage. Under... Alright.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
That's fair.
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
Bullets?
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember,
Fucking beast.
better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
You know what? I like this guy.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
Alright.
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
Damn.
Bye.
Just like that. Just like that. What the hell is this? Witch! Burn her at the stake!
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really?
Okay, screw it. Why not?
Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good.
I like smacking things anyway.
The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars. circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Yeah, that made no
Thank
sense
you.
to me.
I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
What the? Get the... Oh.
What the fuck up? To yourself.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Mm-hmm.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving that ape.
Fucking bots. Piss off. Piss out. Your actions look
The
deliberate.
things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned
Yeah.
a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I
Alright.
think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Don't give a fuck.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
No, you filthy
You
murderer.
think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Oh, you're so dead. Lose mentally affected and can. That doesn't mean anything. All right. Lose under mental. Still, he's still, you know, the reason the guy's dead. Yes, he did. He was mentally unstable, but you can't just go around killing a guy.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful.
Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I need it to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
You think
All
your
right.
son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man.
Yeah.
I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
His voice is good.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed.
That's
After
fair.
the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
You know what? Can we change to that instead here? Right. Well, that's my first case solved. There's a bar. There's a channel. All right. Let's. I do want to head around here. I want to have a look. New case, lost at sea. Yeah. I want to have a look before I do anything else. How is everyone anyway? I can't go the full way around. All right. Yeah. I got a revolver. Sanity box. All right. Move to that. Up here. All of them are blooded, sinking, rusted, slowly dying. Yeah, I don't think I can enter that. Alright. Looks like that's basically everything. Yeah, there's nothing down here. My bad. There's people. Never mind. Hello? Okay, take that back. Barely people. Alright, let's go. Guys are gone. Alright. I mean, alright, right. So, that's interesting. Hotel.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
My diary, part 1. Okay. God damn it. Eh. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. Oh, great. Alright.
Never again, they say. so much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Well, that's because it's lies. Who the woman? Customizations? I don't like having the backpack on. The number of attacks on the Ishmon immigrants has increased. All families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case. With several illegal was captured in their own. All right. Apparently, I can't read or speak, so I'm just gonna skip on that. All right, Mr. Reed. It seems like you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation of the. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be dead for you every time. Johannes. Alright, thank you.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Okay, I just find a random suitcase and I open it. I steal everything inside. Okay. Boarded up the windows and locked the doors. They are just men. The Yellow Kings. Gang. Apparently I put a space here, which... Yeah. They can't get here now. Now there's, only me. Me and these nightmares. A little longer. I'll figure them out. Don't think so. No! Let me open! Shell casings. Gunpowder. Actually, what is my inventory? I can craft, 44? 4440, cartridges. Alright, those. Right, so those are the stronger ones. M11, which, no, it looks like an M19. Well, M1911. 38, I think. Alright. Alright, yeah. Gunpowder. Alright. I'm gonna keep a hold of that, so when it comes to more times. Alright. Alright. I will go through the lore in one day, and I'll just read it. The best of my ability. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord. Alright.
The door won't budge.
I swear to God, I fucking heard something. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing, but now there's an enterprising fellow. What? Enterprising fellow at the sea. Fucking English, bitch! Can I read it? A fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tiny profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only the city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Lads, the city's fine. It's just shit. That doesn't look right. In fact, that looks wrong. Right, so I can enter blue doors, but I can't enter greens. Alright. That makes things slightly more interesting.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Alright. Holy sh... Look at all those notes. I guess... Alright, it's not those. Right. Letters. Holy shit. This city, no matter how badly the flood had damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor, near the crossing of Callahanna? Fuck it, street, and Old Church Road. It came, the feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly. My face. I had to hold the skin with both of my hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying until someone kicked me and ordered me away. Alright. Lone child. Okay. The visions are testing me. Playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears came to me. Well, come to life, I mean. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today, I went to the eastern street of the Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry, frightened. I was so scared. I stayed inside, but everything was much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corner, in the corridor. There were terrifying screams from outside. I couldn't run. Could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. Anyway. These are actually interesting. I do like reading this. I love it. I is that morbid of me? I don't know. I'm, a- I'm afraid someone stalks me. It started when I visited Western Advent. Why did I say? Why was I thinking Advent? Anyway, I had a vision at the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections, and someone trapped, trying in vain to escape. His expressions of fear, panic, shook me deeply. After that, a very tall, skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but never caught a straight view of the stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. Seems it is time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. Alright, next one. Damn. I think I think I'm doing an okay voice for reading these. What do you think? No matter how different my visions may be, they are always frightening. Today it was a man. He left a house in southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside Street. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt the burning exhilaration, a wild torment of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing, kissing. The visions was so intense. I bent in two. I threw up all of my breakfast. He walked past, saying something like, "Cursed newcomers." I and I pray he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures around this man. All right, well that's yeah, great. Tonight the air is thin. Forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotten seaweed and fish made it hard to breathe. I remember a huge apple tree and thought it made it it may be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner would see my seizures. The the vision occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking E. Brown Street in Central Shells. I felt like I was drowning. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of Saint Mitchell's Street Church. Sorry, apparently I cannot read. Uh, I felt the water surrounded me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the mare and sink into the depths. Wow, that's I see why it's called the calling of the ocean. All right. Should I continue reading these? Should I come back to these, or should I just continue? I'll I'll do them all. I think it's interesting. I was walking the Lombard Street in Eastern Reeds Heights when it happened. Again, it's not just a vision, but a noise, hissing and radio static, growing louder and louder. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it was. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. The images came after I passed Bullock Street. Sorry, I was thinking Bollock Street. In my bad. Right. Right. Straight face. Bullock Street towards Haylock Street. A hissing flooded my mind. I saw a man surrounded by radios, talking to him. He was dying. I felt it. And when it happened, the visions were gone. I do like reading these. Sorry if you guys find it boring. Alright. Voices from the pipes. Afraid of the bathroom and the kitchen sink. Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they'll talk to me? This began after the visions in the Western Reeds Heights, near the cross in the Avon Ward and Baker Street. I saw a man, naked, covered in blood, in a room without doors or windows, surrounded by dark holes of pipes. He was cutting himself, piece by piece, feeding those copper mouths. They were whispering with voices so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? Could he even escape? And had they noticed me? Is my voice okay for doing that? Sorry, let me whip my pipe. Ah, that's some good juice. Okay, maybe I just swallowed incorrectly. I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down Murdoch Avenue in the Western Advent and near Oak Street. I was hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed, and the visions came. I saw one man writing a letter, and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow, I saw both the spectator and the sitting man. But no matter how I cried out warnings or tried to move, it didn't work. It seems I lost consciousness when the killer hit the man's head. It took me several hours to get back to the hotel after. Okay. These are meant to be weird lies. Right. After this vision, I shake in fear at the sound of a child's cry. It happened in Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. I passed Avon Street. I was heading towards Oak Street, but I saw it. The thing was running so fast, I didn't even understand what it was. But it jumped from the window, and the vision struck me immediately. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaking hand, something like a last will. And then I saw the thing stalking me, a fetus on thin, pointy legs, with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking. I cannot forget it. That's a little messed up. Alright. The local insurers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me, even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. I stood among intramouths. I keep intramofers. Fucking. I can't fucking say words. Apparently, I suck. Disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leaders read the stories of activity, participating in a pagan rites, mutilating with savage witches and beasts, bringing sacrifices. I remember the name Obed. Alright. Obed. Obed! Right. Lullaby Crossroad. I hate lullabies. Right. Right. Let's, yes. Today I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my vision somehow. Because I felt the same nausea and headache before they strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner Street, the Old Church Road. I felt dizzy. My mouth was full of bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes give me a drink and whispering something. Immediately after that, I fell asleep. I spent nearly half the day laying in the dirt like a hobo. It's a miracle no one stole anything from me. Alright. I I thought it was going to be something worse than that, but okay. Pack of notes. Oh. Hotel owner allowed me to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of disappearing newcomers. Among them, I found several pages of the diary of a man describing his life on Oakmount. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? Yeah. Right. Well, that was an interesting read. I actually enjoyed doing that. The law might actually be fun to do. Right.